My grandfather has lived in the same house for nearly 50 years, long before an HOA ever existed in the neighborhood. He's the kind of man who believes in minding his own business and expects others to do the same. But when the HOA board hired a couple of self-proclaimed security officers to patrol the area, things took a dangerous and unforgettable turn. One Saturday afternoon, Grandpa was sitting on his porch sipping sweet tea when the so-called HOA cops rolled up. In a golf cart plastered with fake neighborhood patrol decals, they strutted up the driveway, hands on their belts like sheriffs in an old western. "Sir," one of them announced, "you can't keep that old truck parked in your driveway. It violates HOA appearance standards." Grandpa chuckled. "Son, I bought this house before your HOA even existed. That truck isn't going anywhere." The men didn't like that answer. They puffed up, insisting they had authority to tow his vehicle, and even threatened to fine him on the spot. Grandpa just waved him off and went back to his tea. That's when they crossed the line. One grabbed his arm, trying to yank him up from his chair, while the other muttered something about teaching him a lesson. What they didn't know was that my grandfather wasn't just any old man. He was a Korean War veteran, still sharp as a tack. And sitting beside him in a locked case was his prized possession, a 1948 Colt revolver, a family heirloom he kept maintained and unbeknownst to the intruders still fully loaded. With the calm precision of someone who had seen worse in his lifetime, Grandpa opened the case, pulled out the revolver, and leveled it at the two officers. His voice was steady, even casual, as he said, "Boys, I suggest you take your hands off me and step back before you make the dumbest mistake of your lives." The effect was immediate, as the two wannabe enforcers froze, their bravado evaporating faster than dew in the summer sun. They stumbled backward, tripping over themselves to retreat down the driveway, one even left his clipboard behind in the panic. Of course, Grandpa didn't fire a single shot. He didn't need to. The sight of that old Colt and the steel in his voice were enough to send the HOA cops scrambling. Later, when the real police arrived, called by the HOA themselves, they sided with Grandpa completely. They told the board in no uncertain terms that their fake patrol had no authority and that laying hands on a homeowner could land them in serious legal trouble. Grandpa kept his truck, his porch seat, and his Colt. And now, whenever the HOA passes by his house, they do so very quietly because they finally learned that some men aren't to be messed with.